when I look at how many people watched every week, and these were not even the best, they were good ratings, but not the best, but it was like 7 to 10 million people.
That's a crazy number.
It's crazy now. Crazy. Like, no, like the amount of TV content that is available to watch now. I think if you get 1 million viewers, that's like, oh, let's pick it up for 3 seasons. Like 7 million people. What
At one time, too, on a certain night at a certain time.
Exactly. That's exactly when I think about if I get 7 million views on like one of my TikToks or whatever, I'm like, wow, viral. But that's over the course of, a week or something when and not at the same time. Everyone's watching on their own thing at their leisure. Like no one is, that's exactly, it's crazy. They had to really make the conscious effort to turn it on at the same time. It's crazy to think about.
When the season comes out, does your life change overnight?
Kind of. I think so. If you had asked me then, I would have said no. But now, yes, for sure. For sure.
In what way? People are stopping you more on the street now?
Yeah.
People are calling you Sue?
Not after, like, the first episode aired, but, like, people started calling me Sue after probably season 2. Yeah, probably after a full 2 seasons aired. But yes, after it's just, like, initial airing, people did stop me. Not a crazy amount. Nothing like, I wasn't, like, a movie star, but definitely being like, you on that show? You're on that show. And again, it's this weird, it does something to your brain in the, like, it's a form of positive feedback, a positive, like, reinforcement. Like, oh, most people, some people really do just stop and be like, are you on that show? And you're like, yeah. And you're like, okay. But, like, most people are like, oh, you're really funny on that show. And so it does feel good to, like, it's just, I think it's instinctive. Like, I think I'm funny. Having a stranger be like, you're funny. Be like, I'm right. I'm right about myself.
It's validating.
It's validating. And so, like, it's not that crazy. It's just, like, you can see so easily how someone can go into a validation spiral of, like, oh, I do need that external validation then. But, I'm 34 now, and I'm like, I'm fine. I'm fine now. It just took a little bit to get here.
What's the relationship amongst the cast as the seasons are progressing? Are you guys just growing closer and closer and you know the rhythms of the characters?
Yes, totally. Yeah, we never had any real problems. We never had any, and I think that's why I think that is something that takes or like I shouldn't say this. There are probably I don't know, maybe there are shows that go so many seasons with so much tension, but I think for a show to be like really successful, like you can feel it. You can feel
And your show had that.
We
That's
did.
Like you could feel the friendship and the chemistry actually happening on screen.
Yeah. There was never for something to be that sustainable, because you can feel it when it's like something's off. You don't know what, but like something is not right. I don't believe that these people are a family. I don't believe, I don't know what it is. It's just this unquantifiable. I don't believe it. I don't believe what I'm watching right now. And there is, in order to have that like real believability, there just has to be this thing where everyone kind of gets along, at least on some level. Like on some, like not everyone has to be best friends, but I was lucky in that like Charlie really is one of my best friends, really is. And also Brock, who played my best friend Brad, one of my best friends. Still talk to Patty. I try to get once a month lunch with Neil. I try to do that. But we play Scrabble. Like we're friends. We're really friends. We're really like connected. So that's best case scenario. Worst case scenario, everyone is just cordial. And we had that too. We had like, everyone was just nice. There was no ego. There's barely any ego. No ego.
When do you really feel like you figured out Sue and her tics and her mannerisms and how to attack her?
Probably season 4. When I watch it, probably end of season 1. But like when I really felt confident, when I felt like I can do this in my sleep, like I'm really comfortable. I'm really like, I know who this character is more than just the joke of it, more than just like who they've written. Now it like really feels like specific to me, Eden. Probably season 4. And I really feel like you can tell. I really feel like when I watch, I'm like, that's a more well-rounded character. That is a more like comfortable, that is a person who is more comfortable in living in that character. And I started being able, by the end of season 1, once they started like writing, really, I was noticing they actually wrote to my voice when like it wasn't just me doing their jokes well. It was like they saw me do one of their jokes well and then wrote something based off of that. That's when I was like, my confidence took, I don't want to say skyrocketed, but it definitely was a marked difference in my like the way because I was like, oh, again, it's a form of external validation of being like, oh, I didn't just say this joke well. I said it so well that they are actively asking to repeat it, and like they saw me do something specific with it, and now they're like writing something else. Like with a lot of the like squealing, I feel like that wasn't ever, they didn't tell me to squeal in that way. And then they started writing lines that involved a lot of like squealing. And I was like, oh, what I'm doing is working. What I'm doing is funny. And maybe another person would not have done this. Like this was a unique to me thing and it worked and it was good. Therefore, like I feel capable. So probably it took the whole 24 episodes to really feel like I wasn't just doing someone else's work. And yeah, and then by season 4 again, I was like, I feel very like that was like in the zone. I was like, maybe season 3. But season 4, I felt like I was like I was feeling myself. I was like, I can do this and I love this.
You seem like you love every bit of it. When you're going home, how are you mastering the craft of it and making sure that Sue is the best version of her that you can give?
I do not have an answer to that question. I was not taking it home. I was really actually not. I was practicing at like the lines in different ways. I felt like, did you watch The Comeback? Or do you know with Lisa Kudrow?
It sounds so familiar.
Okay. There's just a really iconic series of takes where like, because she plays this former sitcom star, but she just like is doing this line in her kitchen just over and over again. And I feel like that was like, oh my God, that was so real. That's how I would just like go home and then see a line and be like, just say it a million different ways. Kind of the same way, but like just say it with different inflections. Like, what's the funny, like,
And seeing
like,
which one you like the best?
yeah. But I wasn't thinking about Sue. I wasn't like thinking about the character in ways that I've now realized some people really do. Some people like, even for comedy, they're like really thinking about on a like thespian level, like who is this character? And that I'm the first one to admit like I'm probably not the best actor. I think I'm a good actor, but I think what I'm good at really is committing to a specific feeling. And I'm sorry, like I can see the joke. I know what the joke is. I think I'm pretty good at like knowing how to construct the line with my voice to make it funny. And I do think I'm just going to toot my own horn. Like I don't think every person can do that. And so that's what I think I'm good at, which is all to say, no, I'm really not going home and thinking about the character. I'm going home and thinking about like, what's the funniest way to move my body? And I'm not even really I'm not practicing it. I'm waiting to do tomorrow. I'm like reading the material and being like, oh, I am thinking about how I'm going to do it, but I'm not practicing it. I'm not thinking that hard about it. I'm just kind of like fantasizing about it.